Everyone, wanted to make a little video today with Bitcoin and current events tied in. So I was surfing crypto Twitter like I do occasionally, and I came across this tweet from Bruce Fenton, who's a longtime Bitcoiner, saying this is the problem with punch Nazis meme, right? So like maybe people have seen this going around on the internet saying, punch a Nazi and this and that. And Bruce says, no, you don't get to do violence against someone because you don't like their ideas, even if someone calls them a Nazi. And then he goes on from there, and then I saw he was replying to a tweet from Steven Crowder. If you don't know who Steven Crowder is, he's the guy that has the tables set up in front of universities and says, I believe so-and-so, change my mind. And they're really entertaining, popular videos on YouTube. I've watched a lot of them. I thought they were great. And Paul Stork, another guy that I appreciate in the space, says violence and fear to suppress dissenting ideas. What could go wrong? And that's exactly right. And well, that brings us to... I guess let's take a look at this guy, Steven Crowder's tweet real quick here too. And we can see, crazy how fast the left and Antifa went from punch Nazis to punch gay Vietnamese American journalists. And there's a video of I don't know who the Vietnamese guy was before, but yeah, here he is. And he really got beat up pretty bad. And there's some videos on Twitter showing a bunch of people attacking him for his thoughts and his ideas. And he was just trying to talk about ideas, and he got physically attacked by these people. And these are people who literally want to use censorship and to deplatform anybody that has ideas that they disagree with. And I would argue that that's the vast majority of the people that managed to hijack the BTC project at this point. They're people that want to silence dissenting ideas. And that's why they're engaged in a massive censorship campaign. If you don't believe me, I invite you to watch I invite you to read this essay by John Block, A Brief and Incomplete History of the Censorship in Our Bitcoin. It's a 17-minute read, but if you spend 17 minutes reading that, your jaw will drop when you see all the crazy censorship that went on. It's absolutely disgusting. So the people that hijacked the BTC version of Bitcoin are like the Antifa people that want to physically use violence to suppress dissenting opinions. And if you don't believe me, I want to show you a website that somebody put up there, because I've been a very, very staunch supporter of free speech about Bitcoin and about everything else. I think people should be able to discuss ideas, and if you don't like the ideas someone else is putting forward, the solution to that is more free speech, not censorship and propaganda, which is what's been happening to the BTC version of Bitcoin. So here's a website that somebody out there on the internet put up. It says One Punch for Veer. For those that don't know, Veer, that's my last name. It says, we want what everybody want. A punch in the face for Roger Veer. And then it says, a few lines about this, blah, blah, blah. They even made, animated, Photoshop pictures of me getting punched. And questions and answers. Is this website a joke? No, we propose to end our move with a real punch to the face of Roger Veer. And they claim these are two guys in China, blah, 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 blah. And it goes on, and they have quotes, and I don't know how much of this is true, but that's not just a slap, right? That drawing there, that's a pretty violent punch. And here's more Photoshop images they have of me getting punched. And here's, another really disturbing one. So anyhow, if you try punching me, I'll choke you into unconsciousness, just be warned. But violence isn't the answer. I would only use that in self-defense anyhow. But this is just an example. The BTC crowd got taken over by the equivalent of Antifa. There are a bunch of people that want to use violence and censorship to crowd out or suppress any sort of ideas or opinions they don't agree with. And, there's a bunch of them out there that are of that opinion. And if you don't believe me, ask yourselves, where are they? The censorship has been going on our Bitcoin now for over 3 years. Where are the Bitcoin maximalists complaining about the censorship? They don't. And in fact, people like Greg Maxwell openly say they support the censorship. So anyhow, just wanted to give a little bit of a Bitcoin political commentary today. The people that support the BTC version of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin maximalists, are the same sort of intellectual ideology predominantly as the Antifa, punch a Nazi type people. And the people that support Bitcoin Cash and Dash and Ethereum and a lot of these other cryptocurrencies are predominantly the earlier libertarians and free speech advocates that got involved in Bitcoin to begin with, only to have the project hijacked away from them by punch Nazis and censorship supporting statists. So anyhow, that's where we're at today. If you don't like censorship supporting statists, if you don't support punching people in the face for their opinions or ideas, I invite you to go and get started at Bitcoin.com today and try using Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash has an awesome community of people that support free speech and free markets and free minds and free expression of ideas. And if you support free expression of ideas and free markets and all that good stuff, then Bitcoin Cash is a great home for you. I invite you to give it a try. So see you all in the next video. Thank you.